Hello, and this is Robert again, and I wanted to do a quick video on a program that I use to do 3D modeling. A lot of people are familiar with 3ds Max and RenderMan and Maya, and I actually that's what I wanted to talk about was Maya, and just to, just how cool the program is, and just the things that you can do in it, and I just wanted to make a video and just talk about a few things, and then give you an example of a project or two that I've done. Anyways, um, let me bring my. I already have a file. I already have it open, so I'll bring it in this window here, and then I will open it up as wide as I can. This is the perspective view. When you open up Maya, this is how you see it. You have four views. You have a top view, you have a left view, you have a side view. No, left view. This is a front view, and this is a side view. And you can work in any one of these areas, because once you load an image in or create an object, you will see it depending on what screen you want to look in. So if I hit space and I put my mouse over the top view, it'll show the top. So now I can model everything on the top. If I hit space again, I'm brought back to the default screen, and I can do the same thing with any other view. The main view that you'll mostly come back to is perspective, because when you go in perspective, you can do 360, you can go underneath, you can go on the top, and the cool thing about it is you have this cube over here. If you have the setting right, you can have this cube, and it'll always let you know where you're at, because when you start modeling, as weird as it sounds, you can get lost and not know if you're on the side or the front, and that's important to know, because when you start setting it up to light a scene and place your cameras, you can get you can easily get lost and lose your direction, because you might want a certain effect coming from the north or from the south, and so that's what's cool about the cube. So you can click it and it'll give you the back, or you can go on the corner and it'll give you the corner, which is it's pretty cool. I'll give you an example. Right now I have the polygons tab set up. So if I click on any one of these shapes up here, it will bring it up. So I'll click on a cube, and what it'll do is, now all I got to do is, I have to use a 3-button mouse. So I left click, and just like it says, it's just drag, and what it's going to do is it's going to give me the cube. And now that gives me the width. Now I just drag up and it'll give me the height. Now let it go, and now there you go. Now I have a cube. Now I'm hitting Option to not to scroll in. You use the mouse wheel to scroll in back and forth, and then I use Option so you can go around. You can go to the top or go on the bottom. Right now I have it in wireframe view, which is the 4 button. If I hit 5, it'll shade it in, so now you can see it. And if I zoom in, I can go inside the object, and now I'm inside. So now you can see the grid. If I look up, there's the top. So if I scroll back out, now I'm outside. And this is basically how 3D models are made. You start with the geometric shape, and then you use various tools. You use different keyboard shortcuts. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a ton of stuff to talk about. So I just want to give a basic overview on it. And then you just you click. You have options for if I hold down the right mouse button, it'll give me these options here. So now I can click on an edge. I can click on a vertex face, the face, or these over here are actually for texture. So if I click face, now everything, when I touch a face, it will highlight that face. So now let me give an example of what you can do with using these type of shapes. And if I open up a file that I've done, I did this a couple of years ago. It took me 60 hours to to make. And if I go here, where is it at? Documents. And click here, and then I open up this file, and I don't want to save that one. So now this is what's just going to do is a character that I built, and this cone here is actually a camera, no, a light. So the light, once I start rendering it, the light will it will be shining on her, so it'll give me a shadow effect. So if I zoom in and I click on her face, you can see, zoom in real close. Now right here, I have it in smooth mode. So if I click, there it goes. If I click one, now it gives me how I actually built it, which was using rough geometric shapes. And all of this is just nothing but parallelograms, squares, and triangles. And the same thing goes for everything that you see in here. And all of these are in smooth. So when you get done and hit 3, now that smooths the face. And this is how you render. And everything is done this way. The shirt, the pants, the belt buckle. You come down here and you hit the boots, and it's done that way. And if I hit, if I want to show the wire mode so you can see what it looks like without anything, this is exactly what it looks like all the way around. And what do I have here? So this is what you can do using Maya. This is a project that I did, like I said, a couple of years ago. And since it took me a long time, I've always kept it. It's just something to always look back, think about how long it took to build this. And actually, I used a reference for this. That's what these other screens are for as well, because here you can see an example. Now I can see the top view. That's what she looks like. I look in the front view, and there we go. And this front view, all you can see is front. You can't go around. You just see nothing but the front. So when you have a picture loaded in, you line it up. So anyways, this was a quick overview of a program that I personally like to play around with. So thank you for watching.